What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. We've danced the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. And once again, I just want to show you my amazing shirt that I made. Social distancing champion. You can get that. It's not on sale with our cookbook today. But what's up? My name is Liberty V Justice. And you get your victories, legend, because you are worth it. Check it out, yo. This is sick. So I was looking at the news this morning and I was like, why did I even do that? Because they have a new it's a new site on hi, is somebody somebody's here with me. Hi, come talk to me. So they have a new AI news thing that I was looking at where you can it's called crap, what's it called? Anyway, I was looking at the news and it's called bullet points. Let me pull it up. So I'm looking at the bullet points, right? It's called bulletpoints.ai, right? And I found it because I was watching a YouTube video. I'm learning about AI, right? So anyway, I look at bullet points and I type in something. What did I type? YouTube news or something. I don't know. I don't know what I typed in, but anyway, I got this result. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think I looked at YouTube. I did. I know I did. I typed in YouTube news and then I go to the page and it was talking about Lionel Richie, right? And check this out. I'm gonna read to you. This is hilarious. So I want to read this article to you. And then and another thing is Lionel Richie was tweeting, right? And I don't know, like I want to hear your thoughts because it's like um really, is it really acceptable to cancel a concert because of weather? I mean, there's there's so many excuses that we could give in life and I don't really enjoy excuses. Now, if the airport said, "Hey, we're not going to fly you because the weather's too bad." Now that's different. That is something that Lionel Richie cannot control. But when Lionel Richie is already 1 hour late to the show, uh, I mean, come on, like there's something going on where he's hiding something, he's lying, and he's got excuses. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe he's sick. Maybe there's something like he's sick in the head. Obviously, he's going to disappoint all these people, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. Like, how could you say that you care about your fans and you care about people and then you don't show up? And, I mean, the worst part is he already got their money, right? Like, for me, I would be beep. I would be I'd be livid. Can you imagine? Like, you're paying, well, actually, I don't think it says how much the concert tickets were. But look, he goes, this is Lionel Richie's tweet. He goes, due to severe weather and being unable to land in New York and surrounding areas, I'm unable to make it to the show tonight. I'm so bummed. We are rescheduling the show to Monday, August 14th. Can't wait to perform for you all. Tickets for tonight's show are valid for the show on Monday. And like everybody just keeps tweeting the same things, basically like people like, oh, they're lying. What actually happened? Nobody flies in late and blames the weather. Weather was a-okay. We are a group of 12 and so disappointed. Not as disappointed as the tourists and fans who made plans around the gig and will now miss it. Here's another one. Someone said, yeah, so many years after so many years of touring, you think you would know the deal by now. This makes no sense. Somebody goes, thank you for announcing this an hour after the show was supposed to start. And then this guy, this is why I don't travel out of town to see people past their prime. Oh, I just saw that one. I didn't see that one before, but man, that is like, seriously, like, I mean, yeah, that hurt. You know what I mean? Because I think of myself, like when I get older, I still want to be performing, and it's like I don't want to be one of these like what he said, basically, like he's past his prime. People got, and you know what I don't know if this was somebody that like maybe what he meant by that tweet was he actually did do it, and then it, you know what I mean, but Yeah, that's messed up. Like, why would you do that? Why would you hurt your fans? Why would you take somebody's money? Like, for me, here's an example for me. Like, I come here for free, right? And I don't really plan my live streams. I'm trying to get into the flow and see how it's going with the live streams. I already got videos. I got shows, like I got podcasts. I got my shorts. I always plan my shorts, right? But I'm not gonna go without planning my YouTube channel. And if I like I ask you guys, I'm gonna go live. Well, I'm gonna be live, you know. And so I'm not getting paid for this. But imagine, you know, imagine if like you were getting paid to go live on, just let's just say you're getting paid to go live $10 and you got 1,000 people coming. Well, that's $10,000, right? That's not a lot. It is a lot, but it's nothing. Like it's nothing compared to what Lionel Richie's getting paid. And guess what? He, in a way, he stole all these people's money. Now I can understand. Not to mention the fact. Think about this: these people, they had to like they had to plan way in advance, right? He didn't plan. He didn't show up. That's messed up. He was an hour late already. Then he calls and cancels the show. That is ridiculous. Okay, so think about it. These people come from out of town. Some of them probably stay with their friends or family. Some of them they stayed in Airbnbs. Ugh, don't even go with some of these hostels they have. Some of them got really crappy hotels because they really couldn't afford it. I mean, they already bought the car their tickets, right? Some of them drove here from like, or not here, I'm sorry, to New York. They drove to New York maybe from like Florida or something like that. You know, who knows? Like, because some people they don't want to fly, they're afraid of flying, whatever. But it's like they made these plans and they spent all of this money, and some of them, and I can almost guarantee you that some of them took off work because, you know, even though it was like on the weekend, you know, they're gonna have to plan for the next day, right? You know what I mean? So it's like they took their time out of their lives. They took their time out of, like, essentially they took their, Lionel Richie took their lives. Because when you take somebody's money, you don't just take, you know, it's not just like some paper, you're taking their life because they spent their life making that money. And once you spend your life, your time, you can't get it back. So they spent their time, which is your life, working to make the money. And then they spend more of their life planning and booking hotels and driving, uh all these things that they had to do that they could have spent somewhere else better, like where they could have made some money for their families. You know, they could have been, you know, they could have been making some money where for their financial freedom and helping their own families. But instead, they spent the time helping Lionel Richie to steal their money, basically, because it could be helping his legacy, helping his family, helping, you know, his foundations, right, in the future. But instead, he stole their cash, basically. That's basically what he did, you know, because some people, I mean, they planned it. What are they going to do? Take another day off of work or something? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to spend another day in a hotel and they're going to spend more money and more time. I mean, some of these people, if they did do that, well, they would lose their jobs. They wouldn't have a job anymore because you can't do that. Like, you just can't do that. Like, I used to work at McDonald's. Okay, now if I took off the weekend, that would be bad. But I could come back on Monday, right? But I can just say, hey, you know what? I need another, like, I got a plan. I got to ask him in advance for time off. If I know I got to work on Monday, I got to be to work on Monday. And they're not going to be forgiven if I don't show up. And if I call them, check it out. If I call my job at McDonald's the hour after I'm supposed to be there, they'll be like, oh, cool, okay, you're fired, right? Well, Lionel Richie ain't getting fired, is he? Oh, they're just waiting him out. They're just posting articles about him. He's getting more publicity. I'm giving him publicity. But I'm angry about this because I love Lionel Richie. I love the Commodores. But I don't love the fact that he's stealing people's money. I don't love the fact of artists taking advantage of their fans. I don't love the fact of people complacent, sitting on their laurels, thinking that I'm good because I'm Lionel Richie. Or like, what if Eminem did that? I can't even imagine Eminem doing it. He knows it. He knows his place in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that funny? I love Eminem too. Like Eminem, Jay-Z, and Lionel Richie. That's funny, right? And we're gonna talk about the Beatles in a second, but yo, check it out. Like, I can't imagine Eminem. I'm like the female Eminem, you know what I mean? Or Jay-Z either, too, both. But it's like, I can't imagine, like, yeah, you know what? I'm an Eminem. I'm Eminem. I'm Eminem. You know, like, I'm a star. Like, I could just do whatever I want. Like, you know, I'm not showing up for this concert right now. I'm just gonna chill or whatever. I don't know what he was really doing, Lionel Richie, but like, I'm telling you right now, like, you can like throw this in my face later if it ever happens. I'm pretty sure it's never happened in the past, but I haven't really researched it. But I'm just thinking, knowing Eminem and who he is theoretically, you know, Eminem, you know, calls, he's supposed to be on stage, and they paid the money, and now you got to make them pay more with more time for an hour. You're waiting for an hour for the show, and Eminem calls and goes, you know, I mean, the weather's kind of bad, you know. That's kind of like saying the dog ate my homework. Check it out. So let me read this article, part of this article. Oh, it's a short article. I think it's kind of, check it out. This is hilarious. A dog ate my homework. The check is in the mail. Traffic was backed up. Yeah. And severe weather, or add severe weather to the list of classic excuses. Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Isn't that funny? Earth, Wind, and Fire canceled because of the weather, right? I thought that was ironic, because he didn't mention that. But Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire canceled their sold-out Madison Square Garden. Richie borrowed a page from Milli Vanilli. Do you know who Milli Vanilli is? Blame It on the Rain. He claimed he was unable to fly. If you know who Milli Vanilli is, please subscribe to my channel, because I love you, man. This is the 90s show. Like, not just quick, just so in case you don't know who Milli Vanilli is, I'll put it like a video later. But Milli Vanilli always gets strapped on because they were this big group. Everybody loved Milli Vanilli, but everybody found out later it wasn't even them singing, they were lip syncing. So they're the classic. Anybody talks about lip syncing, they always mention Milli Vanilli. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm not, you know, I don't say but like a Milli Vanilli, you know. But anyway, so blame it on the rain. But so I just think that's hilarious. So please subscribe to my channel if you're here still watching, and especially if you love Milli, or not love Milli, if you know who Milli Vanilli is. So anyway, so the show is already an hour late from its anticipated 7:30 p.m. start when it was postponed, leaving 20,000. Like I said, think about 20,000. I didn't think about this until now, but I'm gonna have to research and see how much those ticket costs were, because I actually saw it. I was looking at some Lionel Richie videos a couple months ago, I think it was, and I saw, it was like 6 weeks ago maybe, and I saw, oh my god, like, Lionel Richie's going to be in concert. I think he's going to be in LA at sometime soon. I'm not going. I won't pay for that. But 20,000 people, I think it was around $300-$400. You know, I mean, do the math. I'm not that good at math, and I don't want to think about it right now. But the point is, that's a lot of money. 20,000. Well, and he had to split it with Earth, Wind, and Fire, but still, 20,000 people, bro. That is just evil, man. Like, you taking people's money, and think about it too. Here's another thing. It's a recession. It's a recession. You got to be grateful, man. You gotta be grateful for the people that support you during the recession. That is sick. That's just wrong. Okay. So anyway, he due to severe weather, being unable to land in New York and surrounding areas, unable to make it to the show tonight. Okay. He tweeted this at 8:31 p.m. You know, it's like, come on, man. You gotta give a better reason than that. And not an excuse, but a reason. Let's say, oh, I'm in the hospital because I got hit by a car. Or I don't know. Don't lie. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to have a better reason to not showing up. You can't say that the weather is bad. Now, if he had, I don't know, like the pilot tweeted or made a video or something, I don't believe you. I'm sorry. But no, I'm not sorry. I don't believe you, Lionel. Okay? That's a bad excuse. So, man, these people are mad, and I don't blame them either. So, oh man, I forgot to put the article. Let me put this article. I'm gonna put the tweet in here too. But we're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about the Beatles. And next, we're gonna talk about Elon Musk. We're not gonna be in here long because that's the article right there for Lionel Richie, and then here's the Lionel Richie tweet, the Twitter thread. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. Also, my handle is, oh, it won't fit in there. Dang it. But anyway, I'll put it in there later, the article. But you know, it's kind of like, I just don't understand how ungrateful people are, that's my thing. So I want to mention, okay, now here is something that's very interesting and very, very disturbing to the music industry also. And like, people were talking about, you see my shorts and stuff like that. And you saw the, you saw the episode I made talking about like how to get a raise from your boss without striking, right? And so I made that episode because it makes me so angry people out here striking and they're not working, right? And it just bothers me, like, why are people not working? Why are people not working? They're just making excuses, right? So that's why I bring up the AI thing. And I'm gonna put this episode in here about talking about it's called How to Get a Raise from Your Boss Without a Strike, right? And I just think it's like, why don't you just, instead of getting mad at the new technology and everything, why not instead just use it, right? Like, use the technology to enhance you, right? Use it to help you. And because ultimately this is what's happening, right? Like, it's like going back to weather, right? So I live in California, right? So there's an earthquake. Okay, so what am I gonna do about it? Like, there's nothing I can do. I can fight the earthquake. Like, no, I don't want an earthquake. I pray, God, please don't bring the earthquake. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to work. It's not going to help. Oh, I can't believe there's an earthquake. What am I doing? Forget you, earthquake. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's really the same thing. Don't fight technology. Don't fight the friction. Imagine Dragons is one of my favorite bands. But how do you feel about Imagine Dragons? Dang, man, I really thought people were going to show up to the live, but I'm kind of glad you didn't, because I would have got distracted probably. But but if you're watching this afterwards, how do you feel about the Imagine Dragons? I love Imagine Dragons, man. They saved my life, saved me from suicide, and YouTube saved me from suicide. Listen to other smart people like myself. So now I got even smarter by listening to them, and now that's why I'm here for you, because you're worth it. I don't do anything for you. Check it out. So here's the thing. So AI, I was actually the same thread just talking about or not the same thread, but the same research topics I was looking under the same magazine, or not magazine, but newspaper, where I was looking at the it said, hold on, let me read this. I'm gonna read this to you real quick. Where is it? Okay. So it's this AI John Lennon song is giving me the chills, and no, it's not the Beatles song we're waiting for. I went and I can't, I'll put it in the later, the song that he's talking about, but I actually enjoyed that song, and it was it was a really good song, to be honest with you. It's like a love song. And then because of that one, YouTube suggested me um, another song. And it was, to be honest, it was, like I said, really good and disturbing at the same time, because it's like, wow, they took John Lennon's voice, right? And I don't know how to do it myself, but I guess so. The guy said he wrote the song and he used AI to make John Lennon sing his song. And it sounds like something that the Beatles might make, maybe, and it literally, I don't know. I think that if I didn't know that it was created by this artist with AI, I think that I probably would think it was John Lennon. It's that good. And that's why I said it's scary, it's disturbing. And it's like, how can we leverage this to make our music better, And how can we do it in a legal and ethical way, like, even though all the Beatles are dead, to me, it's not even a legal thing, really. It's more of a moral thing. Like, what could I do? Like, I would like to give money to the families. You know what I mean? Like, okay, how do I get a hold of for example, John Lennon? Like this person, I don't know the person. I don't know everything that's going on. I didn't read all their comments on their channel, but I read the comment they made. But it's like, he said, I'm not trying to make money off of this, but okay, but let's say you did though, right? Let's say you made like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars off this one song. What would I do with the money, right? Like, could I take that money and give it to charity in John Lennon's name? Could I take that money and give it to his family, like, or at least half of it, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of ideas, and this is why I'm going live, because I'm thinking, you have ideas that you could share. You probably have better ideas than I do, so I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Okay. So anyway, it's just like, I'm not even gonna read the article, but I'll put the article in the chat for you because it's just really interesting. I don't think it is kind of scary because it's like, the machines are gonna replace me. But at the same time, you don't need to be scared, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a love, power, and of a sound mind. Like I said, it's an earthquake, right? And so how do we use this earthquake to our advantage? Can we shake out the earth? Shake it up. Shake it up, baby. Now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. I don't know. But I was thinking, what if I made some songs of my own, and I could use the Beatles as backup singers, right? I can even make their images, and they could be my dancers. I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting. And so there's an article right there. And it's a really actually, that article was hilarious. If you read to the end of it, actually, I'm going to go back and read that again. I'm going to read this one part because it's so funny. And I emailed the author. His name is Andy Meek. I tried to tweet him, but his link doesn't work, and I can't find him on Twitter. But anyway, so BGR.com is BGR Entertainment. So check it out. Here's what it says. Wait, let me see. The end of it is the best. So check it out. Here's the bottom line for me. The music industry has been caught flat-footed by technology over and over again. Napster's rise being one of many great examples. And the same thing looks to be happening all over again. Furthermore, I think that if the industry is in a perilous spot at the moment vis-a-vis AI, it ought to take a look in the mirror if it wants to find someone or something to blame. If there's an artist, like, just to pick someone at random, let's say Drake, who makes garbage music that's easy enough for a computer to replicate and make it sound like the real thing, then in my opinion, that says as much about the artist as it does the machine. If the era of ChatGPT and generative AI teaches us anything, it's that originality matters more than it ever has before. And if you're churning out commoditized garbage, which is largely what the Billboard Hot 100 consists of these days, you really shouldn't be surprised one bit that the robots are coming. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. You know what? Thank you. Standing ovation once again. Please buy the shirt because you're worth it. Check it out. This is a dope shirt. I made this. This is my design. And when this is in our store and you can get it, it's 50% off our cookbook. It's which is normally $20, and it's called Sweet Liberty. You can buy this shirt. It's like $23. I buy it for myself, so I love it and I made it and I want you to wear it. But anyway, that was just an amazing. And also, we give 10% of all of our profits go to charity Operation Underground Railroad, helping kids escape from sex trafficking. So I'm getting ready to go here, but like, bro, that is dope. Like, that is one of the best articles I've read in my entire life because it's just so real, and it's short, but it's so real, and it's like, honestly, like I said, originality matters more than anything ever. And that's what I say too. And robots will never replace humans, but how can we use that to our advantage? Like I said, we don't need to use it to make movies or music. We can use it in there, right? But you can never replace humans. It's just not going to happen. It's not possible. I mean, you can. For example, you can get an AI robot as your spouse, but come on, who really, really wants that? Me? I'm just kidding. I don't want to deal with the problems and the headaches, but you got to, because if you don't deal with the problems, you don't get the victories, right? You're worth it. My name is Liberty V Justice. There's no period in my V because my victories never end, and I'm here to help you get your victories, legends. All right, check it out, yo. So one last thing I want to mention and hit on real quick is that this is something like I heard this before. I thought it was a joke. So basically Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, he wants to do a cage match with Elon Musk from Twitter, right? Well, but Elon, so today there was an article about it. And so I thought, like, again, like I said, I thought this one was a joke also, but it's not a joke. It's like they're going to do it for charity. So it's like Elon Musk calls Mark Zuckerberg a chicken after Meta founder suggests to move on from the fight. So in the post and thread, Zuckerberg wrote, I think we can all agree Elon isn't serious and it's time to move on. I offer a real date. Dana White offered to make this a legit competition for charity. Elon won't confirm a date and then says he needs surgery. And now he asks, let's do a practice round in my backyard instead. But then Elon, this is the update. Elon says Mark Zuckerberg is a chicken after Meta founder suggests to move on from the fight. He added, if Elon ever gets out, this is back to Zuckerberg. If Elon ever gets serious about a real date, an official event, he knows how to reach me. Otherwise, time to move on. I'm going to focus on competing with people who take the sport seriously. To the move to end play. Now, now think about that? Think about these two nerds in a fight in a cage match. Who would pay to see that? Me. I would pay to see that. Like, I'm betting on Elon all the way, for real, bro. No offense. Zuck, I'm betting on Elon. I mean, think about it. He's a little bit older. He's got a lot more bitterness to him. He's been through hell, right? With entrepreneurship, people hating on him constantly. He's got a great sense of humor, but I'm telling you, boom, he's packing a punch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, think about it. If you want to go, I'm selling tickets. They're $19.95. That's half off of them. I wish. Shoot. But anyway, I got to get going. But I just want to say, yo, thank you for coming. And this has been the news. Here she comes to the day. Now, you don't have to read the news because I just told it to you, the best part. So check it out. You got the articles right there. Did I put the, I got to put this article here from Mark Zuckerberg just in case if you want to read that. But you probably hear because you don't like to read. I don't like to read either, but I do sometimes. I love to read, but not like I used to. But anyway, that's why I love these articles. They're so short. But check it out. Make sure you check out our shorts, okay? Go and help us reach our goal, 10 million views on our shorts by August 31st. So YouTube will pay us. We can become a partner, and we're going to get the silver play button. 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you get this, okay? This in the book, it's 50% off right now, okay? And I'll put it in there. 10% goes to Operation Underground Railroad for charity because we're helping kids escape from sex trafficking because the kids, I believe the children are the future, all right? So you're worth it. Thank you. Subscribe. Help us reach our goal. YouTube Shorts. Check it out. My name is Liberty V Justice. There's no period in my V because my victories never end. And I'm here to help you get your victories, legend. That's why you need to subscribe. Okay? You're worth it. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mom. I bet my mom may watch it, but just in case.